Yo, I'm kind of dark. I'm outside. I just had to go outside a little bit. So, the final two semifinals went to the brink. Both of them went to 5 sets. Um, the first one was 5 hours, and the second one was 4 and almost 5 hours too. As you can tell, a little like disappointed. But okay, let's start with the first one. We're okay. The first one. No, it's not ready yet. Okay, the first one, Alcaraz did an amazing job to come back from a break in the fifth set. He got broken in the first game, and he fought extremely hard to get back. That was epic. That was epic. He was cramping in the third set, so he lost the third and the fourth, but he slowly came back and he won the fifth set, and he ultimately won the match. He was playing against Zverev. So my initial thought is that both of them were playing really great the first two sets. Alcaraz dominated Zverev a lot. The second, I was outside. I didn't watch the second set, so I don't know what happened in the tiebreak for him to lose that set. But apparently he broke Alcaraz in the second set, and then he broke back, and then it was a tiebreak. So he was lucky to get that second set apparently, and then he started to cramp in the third, and he got medical treatment for that. I don't know if because Zverev was like really complaining about that, like complaining, like why would you get it? It's cramps. Apparently he spotted immediately that it was cramps. It's cramps. It's cramps. So apparently it was cramps, and then he had pickle juice while he was getting rubbed in the thigh, and he was cramping indeed, because eventually third and fourth, and then fifth set, that's when things got really interesting. You know what I'm saying? It got really interesting. So yeah, it was a very fun match. I was happy that Alcaraz came out of that. If I'm being quite honest, not because of the outcome that I saw, but if I'm completely honest, at some point during when he broke Alcaraz, at some point, I really thought we were going to get a Djokovic versus Zverev final. Like at some point, I don't know. There was this thing inside of me that thought. But then he came back and he fought back and he did his thing. Both of them were extremely exhausted after that fifth set. Mostly, I think more so, Zverev was really exhausted. Like he was, so you can tell from his body language as the set went on. And then when he got broken, he was really exhausted. Even there with that final shot when he lost the match, how exhausted that man was. He was tired after 5 sets and 5 hours of play. And Alcaraz pushed through because this is his second 5 set in a year, in 2 years, like last year France and now this one. So he pushed through and he ultimately outlasted Zverev. So yeah, both of them were very good. Like first serve, second serves, winners, more winners than unforced errors. So it was a really good match, very good. Now let's go to the match that's just freaking ended. So the match that, guys, it's starting to rain, but the match that just ended, I don't know what Sinner was doing. Jannik Sinner was not playing a terrible game, a match. He wasn't. He was playing his usual game, and it worked for the first set, third, fourth, and it didn't work for the fifth. I felt like his shot selection was really odd, especially at pressure point moments, when his game, like when he was serving for his game, especially in the fifth set, when he became overwhelmed by the return game of Novak Djokovic. A lot, like there were some moments in the fourth when he got broken, and even in the fifth, a lot of his shot selections were very odd to me. Like, yes, you're a baseline player. There are some moments where he either held back or he overshot his forehand in the middle of the court, and then the ball went out. Like when he had a chance to break back in the fifth set, he had the opportunity to break back, but then instead of taking his forehand back to the corner, he decides to go into center of the line to try to hit his legs, and that didn't work, and ultimately the ball usually comes out. The serving of Novak Djokovic was on point today, very on point. He hit a lot of the T serves. The commentators was like, go to this T serve, miss a couple of the wide serves, just try to cover the T serve. He didn't cover the T serve. Sometimes he will cover it, and sometimes he will just let it go, and you could tell the constant cover. the first serve of the second serve of the T serve, and he would not return the T serve. So he'd rather stay back or move back in the second serve. Like, my guy, read the game. Granted, he has a good T serve Djokovic, and he has a great outward out backhand first serve. I get it, but like, I felt like he didn't have the moment and the time to read the match and read how Djokovic was playing for him to grasp the situation, how to make Djokovic play his own game at his own terms. You know what I mean? They were playing a similar tennis, definitely similar. No one was different by any means. It just Djokovic was able to take that game and make it his own by means he was able to dictate the entire match, and Sinner was always in the back foot. Sinner was always the one stretching. Sinner was always the one trying to catch up on the rallies. He has a more powerful backhand and forehand and speed and youngness, and he was not exhausted after the match. But he was struggling, he was indigestion, but he couldn't take advantage of that. He tried to do some drop shots in the third set because he saw how Djokovic was struggling. It worked, and then he used it just once, and then he didn't do it again. In my mind, I was like watching it. Okay, Jannik, you played against Dardari, you played against Beruri, how you changed your ball speed, how you decided to do a little more slices. Where was that? Where was the slices? Where were like, okay, I'm gonna return at a lower pace, and then he brings it and I do a slice. Try something. No, he let Djokovic just dictate the entire match. He let him dictate the entire match, and I cannot fault his game. I will not fault his game. He came out swinging. Both of them came out swinging. They played very similar match today. It was a very baseline who can outlast who, but I gotta say, he needs to some way read the room, Jannik, when he's like, okay, he's serving at the tee at this specific time of moment. Let me try to come in his second serve. Let me try to move a little bit this way in a second serve, but move before he serves, so I know I catch him off guard. There's some moments like he had him on the ropes. He just had to hold his serve in the fifth set, and he couldn't even do that. He was pushed back. And not too far back where he couldn't win a point. He could have won the point, but he decided to fire his forehand in the middle of the court, and then obviously the ball's gonna be out. And then his backhand. I don't think Djokovic necessarily focused on Jannik's backhand. I think Jannik tried to focus a lot on his back, and then he would go to his forehand a lot. And I don't get why he went with approach. I don't know why he went for Djokovic's forehand a lot. I don't get that. I don't understand. Usually Jannik Sinner is very good at switching it up when he sees a lot of his game plan, a lot of his not working. I don't know what happened today. I got half of my prediction right when I was watching the Djokovic match, the Alcaraz match. We're getting one of the two, which is Djokovic in the final. And Yazin, I'm not tooting my own horn. I didn't say this online, so no one knows my opinion on this. I did do a video last year about what I want for this year and what I didn't post in it, but I did, for the life of me, I had an inkling, a feeling within me that Jannik Sinner will not win the Australian Open. But I said he might win the 3 remaining Grand Slams. He's definitely taking France this year. This year, France is his. And I think he might take, and then he's going to take Wimbledon. He's going to retain Wimbledon. I know for a fact that he's taking France, but part of me, from last year, when I did that video, then ultimately I didn't upload that Jannik Sinner is not taking Wimbledon this year. He's not taking Australian Open this year. I was like, he's either going to win 3 out of the 4 of the Grand Slams, but not all 4, because Cahill was like, he has a policy of winning all 4 last year. This when he decided to stick around. I was like, oh, okay, if your coach says you can win all 4, who am I? Who am I? But I had this inkling at the back of my mind all end of last year with Jannik Sinner is not winning Australian Open this year. He's not retaining Australian Open this year. So yeah, I'm right. I ended up being right. I'm gonna pat myself on the back, even though I just told myself. But yeah, so at the end of the day, I don't know what Jannik Sinner's game plan was coming into this match. He played his own game. He was just outmaneuvered a lot in the baseline. A lot of his shot selections were like left foot, love 40, love 40 to break back. But a lot of the times, Djokovic is serving got him a lot of trouble. So I commend him on his serving game. I commend him on his service game. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes on Sunday. I'm hoping for an Alcaraz win. I want him to get the Grand Slam. Thank you very much. Now I want him to get the Grand Slam. So he's definitely getting the Grand Slam. Yeah, I want Djokovic to lose on Sunday. So hopefully he loses on Sunday, and I hope Alcaraz brings his back in A game and he wins that match. He better win that match. I am rooting for Carlos Alcaraz all the way Sunday. Thank you very much. That's my rant. I'm not gonna be posting any other videos. I'm not. This is raw emotions from the match that I just watched. Raw emotions, just raw. I don't know what was going on with his shot selections at all. His serving was good. Entire match, both of them. Like the numbers are similar. I don't know what his shot selection with his forehand. I didn't know why couldn't he change up, put in some slices in there, put in some drop shots in there when you're not the one with your own game, his game. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know why he couldn't play around with the ball speed, with some spin. I don't know what happened with JANNIK today. I don't know. He just let Djokovic dictate the match. Let Djokovic dictate the baseline game today. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Am I shocked? No, because I had this feeling. Am I shocked? Am I disappointed? Absolutely. JANNIK for life. But anyway, Alcaraz, I'm coming for you. Better win. Yeah. So those are my raw thoughts on the match, and I am not happy. I am not happy. I'm sad, but not too disappointed though. But yeah. France, on we go. We're getting that, and he's gonna be playing a 500 next week, I think, or that other week. His debut. So, wishing him the best there. He's taking that title. Thank you. Bye. Thank you for listening to my semi-final. Epic. Great tennis day.